Let's do this. All right, here we go. Feet together. And salute. Monk position. Formal salute. Okay, Chi awakening exercises. Feet shoulder width. And connecting with heaven. Inhale. Exhale. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Okay, rooting. Extend down. Inhale. 2. 3. 4. And 5. And palms up. Inhale. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Okay, lubricating the joints and circle. Switch. Elbows. Switch. Shoulders rolling back. And forward. Okay, step it out. And big shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And reverse. E, R, San, So, Wo. And other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And reverse. E, R, San, So, Wo. And relax. Step it in. And neck. One more time. And up you come. Twist. Okay, hands to the hips and circle the upper body. feet together and swivel. And reverse. Step it out. And hula hips. Switch. Okay, knees, circle. And stretch it down. Okay, back to the knees, reverse. And stretch. Tuck the butt under, stack your spine up. Right foot back, circle the ankle. Switch. And other side. Switch. And down. Pulling down heavens. Inhale. Exhale. Ha sound to clear. Ha. 2. Ha. 3. Ha. Okay, master sequence opening. Qigong palms up. Inhale. E sound. 2. And 3. Step it out for the lungs. Inhale, pull open the lungs. Exhale. Inhale even bigger. Exhale, round forward. Inhale into the back. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale it down. Circle up to your right. Drawing the bow, turn. Warrior stance, pull it back. Lung sounds. Other side. Again. And once more. Stepping it in. And mist descends on the mountain. Inhale, fill the lungs with white light. Exhale, descends down to root into the kidneys. Inhale. One more time. And hands on the low back, kidney breathing. Inhale, inflate your low back. Exhale, release. Inhaling, visualizing a blue light fill the kidneys. One more set. And then fold forward. Right hand to left ankle. Inhale, turn. Exhale, switch. Inhale, twist. One more set. Then reach into the earth. Inhale, pull up Earth's energy. And exhale, send it into those kidneys. Keep the breath out, reach down. Inhale up from the earth. And exhale it. One more time. And down, step out. Dragon stretches its claws, starting with the right hand. Inhale. Turn to your left, push. Dragon soars in the sky, spread your wings, and then take right hand and right knee down, twist. Breathe into the solar plexus region. And then up, stretch those wings. Other side, left knee or left hand down. Okay, on an inhale, come up. And beat the drum, exhale down. 2. And 3. Inhale, pinkies go up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Phoenix spreads wings. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. And exhale. Hands to the thighs. Turn toward your left. Arch that heart upward. Hasana. Other side. And come to the center. Ripple the spine up. Feet come in fist distance. And either hands on your back or clasp them behind you. Lift up that heart. Exhale with the ha sound. Inhale up. Release the hands, fold forward, palms facing the earth. Continue using the ha sound, drain down through the arms. Good, then let that go. Bend the knees, interlace. Come up for the spleen. And then twist to one side. Center. Twist to the other side. Inhale, center. Once more. And back to center. Exhale through the mouth. All the way down. Step out, downward horse stance. And holding the ball at your lower dantian. Visualizing a pearl of light on that center of gravity, spinning and spiraling in any direction. And imagine the lights that you've gathered in your organs begin to flow into this pearl and fuse together. The white light from the lungs flows down, fuses into the pearl. Blue light from the kidneys flows in, fuses into the pearl. Green light from the liver flows in and fuses together. Red light from the heart flows in and fuses together. Golden light from the spleen flows in and fuses together. See this pearl spinning and spiraling and fusing all these lights together. And from the pearl, smile down into the earth. Feel the earth's chi flowing up through the legs and fusing into the pearl. And smile up into the heavens. Feel the heavens chi flowing down through the crown, fusing into the pearl. We'll stand for a few moments, meditation. Spending a little extra time in the standing meditation, so just get comfortable. And then bringing your hands in, gathering up any surplus chi that may have accumulated in the palms. And then connecting earth and heaven, pulling down the heavens. Inhale, earth, sky. Exhale down through the center of the body. And seal the chi. Again, inhale, earth, sky. Exhale down and seal. One more set. And down. Okay, and relax. We'll take about a 2-minute break, and then we will get back to our practice. All right, so let's get going. We are back on small circular fist and its various applications and exercises. So let's start with our temple exercises. We're going to do a kind of mild version of the temple exercises. So starting with open bamboo, and let's just go through the motions for a moment. So open, split, back, down. Open, split, back, down. Open, split, back, down. Open, split, back, down. Open, split, back, down, open, split, down one more time, split, down. All right, let's warm up those lunges, just like we did last week. So you're gonna lunge left, step up, take the left back, step back. Lunge right, step up, take the right back, step back. Left, up, left, back. Right, up, right, back. One more set. Left, up, left, back, right, up, right, back. All right, let's add the hands. So now left, pierce, step up, split, left, back, step back, back. Right, pierce, step up, split, right, back, step back, down. Left, pierce, step up, split, left, back, step back, down. Right, pierce, step up, split, right, back, step back, down. Okay, super easy. Let's do chopping the wooden dummy behind you. So from here, turn right and left. And on this one, because in our form we have this spinning back kick, the thing to remember, we'll do it again today, is to get your eyeballs turning around to get that target. So what we're going to do is you turn your head, look with those eyes, chop, look with those eyes, chop. So find in your environment a spot that's your target. Okay, got it. And you're going to turn and you get that target one side, you get that target on the other side. So get those eyes turning and orienting. Ready, starting to the right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pause. Other way. Here we go. Left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, step it out. Shanghai exercise, slapping backwards. And ready, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Bring it up. Okay. Single knee raise. So we'll just come up, come up, come up, and come up, come up, and come up, and come up, and come up. Okay, let's add a little of the iron body acupressure. So this point, about 3 finger widths below the knee on the outside is stomach 36. Helps your digestive fire, also helps knee pain and arthritis. So we're going to slap it to stimulate, but we're also, as we're picking this up, this is maybe being able to check various kicks that are coming at you. This is also a place that can get kicked and run into. So we slap these things in Kung Fu so that your body is ready to take impact. So as it comes up, we're going to slap the outside, slap the outside. All right, here we go. Ready? Left, right, 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 left, right. Good. Okay, crane, leg blocking, coming up and coming up. Toe covering the opposite knee. Ready, and left, right. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, kicking back. Kick your own butt, hit the outside of the ankle. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Crossing over, step to the side, swing, and hit. Step to the side, swing, hit. Look back at your foot, stretch the spine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, come down. All right, polishing the mirrors like we did before. Place your hands as if they're on a pane of glass that you're polishing, and we're going to press up. Exhale and down. Keep that pressure forward. Helps to train the chi and the imagination. Inhale and down. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, then reverse, inhale up, and exhale down. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And come up, shake it out. All right, we're warming up those legs, so let's do a little self-massage for the legs. You're just gonna snap down the outside, and up the inside, and down the outside, and up the inside, and down the outside. Oh, guess what? Up the inside, that's right. Oh, and that's enough of that. Okay, here we go, grinding corn. Step out to your horse stance, and you're gonna imagine that you have this really cool grain grinder, which is a stone table with a rock that you're going to grind rice or corn like in a little trough. So this is also chi exercise as well as training your body mechanics. So on your, whatever side this is, your left side, you're going to shift your weight, press down, and then you use this pressing down and the driving of your weight across. Then you switch, you press down and you drive the weight across. Inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, exhale. Very good qigong for grounding as well. And stretch. And go. And go. And go. And go. And go. And one more. Other side. And go. Okay, bring it in, shake it out. All right, straight leg raise. Here we go. Let's do there are a lot of variations on this one. Let's go with our point tapping. So the point we're going to tap is on the top of this ankle. This is stomach 41 and 42 area, strongly stimulating the stomach meridian. This actually helps to course energy down from the head and from toothaches and things like that. Nausea can be drained down, as well as this is a part of your foot that often runs into hard parts of an opponent's body if you're fighting them, so it's good to condition. So the drill we'll do for this one is we'll go from here, we'll clap above the head, and then you'll separate and hit. And ideally, you may not be warmed up yet because this is a morning session. Ideally, your hand stays there, your foot comes up to slap it, rather than your hand coming down. But again, if you're warming up, come down and slap. You can determine how much stretch do you want, how much acupoint stimulation, iron foot training do you want. You can find the balance right in between. So here we go. Clap above the head, slap the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, switch. Here we go. Slap, left, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Now the outside crescent kick, and I will demonstrate. You may not be able to do this one that I'm about to do, but what I just learned from watching a great little Facebook Live from our good friend Sipu Singh is from the Savat. They will often do exercises where they'll be holding on to something so that you can get this leg swing, right? So if you want, you can get the wall, you can get a staff like I've got, you can get a broom, whatever you like, that you can hold on, and that just gives me a little more, I can utilize this to be able to swing the leg. So, oh heck, let's do an exercise I'm not sure I actually know, but I know something like it, so we'll at least give it a try. So this one I saw And I'll tell you these because you can always watch his Facebook Live, so you can hear him sing. So he started, it seemed like, with this heel up. I think that shows on camera. And then you drop that, and you just swing the leg up. So I'm just giving this swing, cocking that leg up, and it's going to start to stretch the inside. So I'm not sure if I'm teaching you the savate exercise properly, but I do know if you swing up like this, it'll start to stretch these out and lubricate this joint in a proper way. So let's try it. And I like the feel personally of having my heel up, and then as my heel goes down, this guy goes out. So heel up and then pop. Oop, that was a side kick. It's supposed to be just a swing. So let's try it a few times. Let's try it 5 times on your own pace. And then switch sides. So heel up, and I'm transferring. This is like a little gas pedal thing that then swings that leg up. Again, I'm not sure if I'm teaching you the savate exercise right. I'll refine it over the week. We'll see if it looks different next week. But I do like the feel of it, and we are at least warming up our legs. So let's try 5 on your own. All right, groovy. So just getting some nice leg warm up. Now this next one, I really liked, so this is why I'm borrowing these for my own workout and your workout today too. I really like this. He said, you train it like a dancer. And this is one of the things in the Shaolin Kung Fu that we do maybe differently than some functional trainings, because we don't just get in the ring and box with each other, although you should if you want self-defense ability, but our forms are actually very open, expansive, and expressive. And what this is meant to do is, one, in the olden days, they didn't want to just train stiffs. This was for meditators and yogis. But also, there's something in the stretching of that openness that actually trains different attributes that then feed back into your martial arts. So we're going to take this one and we'll use our balancer to keep us stretching. And what we're going to do, again, I don't know the drill from that lineage, but I'm going to borrow from it, is you twist your stance. So this hip is dragging behind, and then I'm going to bring it across, point the toe, and just crescent out. So it's twist, get the pull from this hip, reach the toe across, and then crescent around. So let's try 5 of these. And with that dancer's mindset, stretch, and then swing it. Stretch, and then swing it. Stretch it, and then swing it, and stretch it, and then swing it. Try the other side. So you will, yes, we're on this exercise. You'll twist, and then toes point, and you swing across, very open. Twist, swing across, twist, and swing across, twist, and swing across, and twist, and swing across. Left side's a little more awkward for me, no problem. All right, then you can put your staff or your wall to the side. And then let's get into our outside crescent kick. So same hand position, and now we're gonna come and swing. And again, you get to decide, do you want to try to get my leg to hit my hand all the way over there, or do I want to get my hand to slap those acupoints on the gallbladder, bladder meridian, to practice those iron skills or stimulate the channel? So your choice. Here we go, right leg 5 times, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch. Ready, and E, R, Sun, Slow, Whoa. One more for me, because I demoed on the right side, didn't demo on the left. All right, right foot back. Let's do the inside crescent kick. So this one, personally, I don't like so much for application. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but I don't know a lot of martial artists, high-level martial artists, who like this one. But it's great training for getting the roundhouse kick, the same arc of this inward crescent, And it's also great training for getting these knees coming in and attacking the body. So in terms of conditioning exercise, really fabulous exercise, inside crescent kick. So hands wide, you slap the inside of the foot, gonna be right on the spleen meridian. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. Ready to eat. Arm. Sun. Slow. Walk. And relax. Okay. Now moving into continuing our warm-up, let's go into inside into outside crescent kick. So my right foot will go inside, flip me around, and here's that thing, use your eyes again. So it flips me around, the outside comes out, you can hit it or not. And for now, have that idea again like a dancer. So this is gonna be, wow, graceful, look, wow, big, big kicks. Let your body open, let your fascia open. So I'd like to suggest you do the right side and then the left side and switch back and forth. We'll do 5 rounds on your own. Go for it. Doesn't have to be very high. Okay, just warming yourself up. All right, then we're gonna warm up for this back kick. So for this, you could also hang onto a chair or the wall. I guess I'll demonstrate with a chair just in case. And this is just gonna let us get our own back kick up, which is gonna stretch open fascia of the front body. So if you don't wanna hold on to a thing, no problem. You're just gonna cantilever yourself forward, and then let's take the right foot, and we're gonna swing it right up. 2, 3, 4. I'm just looking forward for now. 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side. Ready, eat. Arm. Sun. Slow. Walk. Little. Cheat. Off. All right, very good. So continuing our warm-up, let's come into a couple of leg stretches. So with legs wide, we're gonna come down on that left side, keeping your toes on the ground and stretch. Should be feeling a little stretch in your inner thigh, adductor region. Okay, take it to the other side. Over to the first side, my preferred version with the toes up. Switching sides, toes up. Okay, come to the center, stand. All right, then moving into the Cossack squat, one of my favorite warm-ups for flexibility and strength and warming. So we're gonna do that same thing. Make sure knee stays in alignment with the toe. Don't do too much if your knees don't feel good. So to not do too much, let's do a baby one to start, is you just come up, those toes come up, the butt stays tucked, and then you come back. And then you would switch sides, knee right in line with the toe. Okay, but if you're feeling okay with that, then come all the way down and then bring it up. And then other side too, and bring it up. Okay, first side, whatever levels are comfortable for you. Second side, 3, 4, and 5. All right, keep your legs wide, feet on the ground now, and stretch forward. Keep your legs at that width. See if you can go to your palms. Just adjust the camera a little bit. All right, so you're in your normal stance. So you can go to the palms if you can. Take it down to your forearms. Come back to the palms. And then start to widen those legs out. So we're not going for our fullest Jean-Claude Van Damme stretch at this point, because it's still relatively early in our workout. And we also don't want to shift the mindset from elevating the heart rate, warming the body, toward slowing down and stretching. So we're just taking a moment, sort of in between sets, letting the neurology integrate, letting the breath cool down. We just stretch it out. Okay, a little dynamism in the stretch is we're gonna walk this forward, and without hurting your knees, you're just gonna let your pelvis rock toward the earth a little bit. That should give you an interesting stretch. And then you rock back, and without falling on the butt, you let your toes tip up a little bit, and you rock forward. Pelvis rocks forward a little bit, rocks back, toes tip up a little bit. One more set. And back. And then if you can, I don't know how close I am to the things behind me, you'll sit right down. And from here, let's turn toward one foot. Stretch. Not too long, just warming up the fascia. Warming up the muscles. And other side. Flexible muscles are stronger in most cases if you don't overstretch them, if you stretch them properly, because they're not battling tension for who gets to be the nervous impulse in there. All right, to the center, arm over. And let's go active and switch right away, other side. 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 And switch right away, other side. Last time. Good. Scoot yourself forward if you have a little more stretch, and then walk forward. Not very long. And then walk back. Use your hands to scoot your butt out. Bring those legs in and shake them out. Okay, then if you can, you're going to tuck one heel in. This is my left foot. And then tuck your right foot back. And we're going to stretch back. You should feel a stretch on the top of that right quad. Ah, that's good. And then if you can't do that, you can do this one that we're about to show you, and we're all going to do this because it'll help activate the muscles for these. So you're going to press your hands into the ground and then lift your pelvis up. Inhale, come down. Exhale, lift that pelvis up. Okay, and if we wanted just a little more fascial stretch, so my bent leg, this is my left, I put my left hand on the ground, then my right hand is going to rock star itself up, and then back down, and then 2, and then down, and then 3, and then down. Okay, lean back onto your hands, onto your elbows, or all the way down for 3 breaths. And bring it up, switch sides. So now I tucked my right foot in, got my left foot back, and I walk it back, just preliminary. All right, then you can practice just lifting that pelvis, and then I take my right foot back behind me. My left hand is going to rock star up above, and I stretch. 2, and 3. And bring it down, and then reclining back, stretch the quad. coming back up to stand. All right, and we're gonna come into the stance of the eagle clutching. So from the eagle claw kung fu, very famous stance, you cross over, and then you're gonna take your chest toward the shin, and you're gonna bend this standing leg to about 90 degrees. You feel a little butt stretch. We're gonna combine this with a squat for our warm up and our conditioning. So from here, you're gonna go down, and then exhale, stand it up. Then 2, and up, and 3, and up, and 4, and up, and 5, and up. Now keep this leg crossed. If you're more of a yogi than me, pull it all the way up into the half lotus and fold over into your forward bend. If you need to bend that standing leg a little, that's okay. Bring it up and get ready to switch. Cross it up, and here we go. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up you come, and then fold over. And bring it up, and relax, shake it out. All right, pulling down the heavens, here we go. Inhale, exhale down. 2, and 3. All right, we're gonna take 1 or 2 minute break, get a drink of water, we'll come back and finish. All right, warriors. So we're going to continue on from what we learned last week. And if you'll remember, or go back and review if you can't remember, we learned a great sequence in our form where we had come up into some very stretched uppercuts. And we remember this is teaching, the head is here, but you train the uppercut to go all the way through so that when you hit, you have all that force behind the uppercut. Similarly, you'll notice if you follow my Facebook, I've taken to these experimenting with like breaking boards and then bricks next in the progression. They told me you're supposed to experiment with this stuff. And if you just think about hitting the board, it won't break. You have to think about hitting a few feet beyond it. And this is very similar in Kung Fu. If you want to hit a person in the solar plexus, you should hit like 3 guys behind him into that solar plexus. So you don't go, well, I'm expecting to hit a guy here. And then, okay, so I'll practice hitting here. No, you hit here and bring it back so that you have all of that power when you do run into the inevitable obstacles. So similarly, in that form, our uppercuts, it's meant to be, the reason why they come up by the side of your ear, in case I didn't clarify that, is that this is an in-close technique. I don't think you can see much of that. It's an in-close technique, not this low, but just to be on the camera. And it's coming up right under their jaw. So maybe they're guard up like this, and you somehow snuck in, so you got this spot right here. It's driving up, and then here's where it would hit, but you're practicing that power all the way up. And so in the Shaolin tradition, they combined this with these yogas for the fascial body. So they're actually this hand pulling. If you try this at home, if you remember this form, you put this one up by your ear, well, that's okay. But now take the other one where it goes by your hip. And if you worked out yesterday or a few days ago, you'll feel the fascia actually, when you put this one in, it pulls it taut, and it makes it actually so this wants to loosen up. And so now you have your own body resisting yourself. Then if you took and added the legs, which is this torsion, then what you're doing is like, I can feel my abs. My external oblique on this side has to pull, my internal oblique on this side has to pull. Then I'm doing this kettlebell press above my head, all of this stuff happening at the same time. And that's meant to get, when you go to uppercut a person, you're pulling all this pulley and lever system in your body to get the maximum power for the minimum effort. Anyway, that's what we did last week. And then you'll recall that we went through this big arc into some kicks, kicks, and kicks. So we're going to go into a little bit of the practical training. We're running low on time, so it won't be a long practical tactical, but a little bit on those kicks, and then we'll give you the next move and form. So the first thing we want to do on our kicks is I want you to practice that pendulum footwork. So my feet's like a pendulum. This back foot is going to skip up and replace the front foot. And let's just do it right to the knee for our warm-up. Why don't you put your hands up? And here we go. To the knee and back. 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 Oh, turn around, do it on the other side. Or switch legs and do it on the other side. So here we go. Skip up, back, skip up, back, skip up, back, and skip up, and back. All right. So now you can do this with that teep kick that we learned last week. So you remember last week we had coming up and then just getting the hip thrust. You can practice it on your bag, coming up, and actually have the swing of the bag come into you. So you can practice getting that force and not being sort of knocked over by an incoming force. So now we're going to use this to set up the an advancing kick with this. So I'm going to skip up just like before, and then I'm going to kick out. And you can choose, do you like, the way I learned the teep was you sort of suck that hip in, and this leg comes up almost straight, and then you jab out with that straight leg. Or once we add this hop, you can get a little more of the percussive. So maybe you want to bring your knee up bent and then snap out with that kick. That's your choice, which one you want to do. So let's try a couple slow and then do it with a little bit of power. So it's up, kick, and then pendulum right back. Up, kick, pendulum right back. Up, kick, pendulum right back. One more time, kick, and pendulum right back. So let's do it with just a little bit of snappiness. You don't want to snap out your knee if you don't have a target. Best to do this on a bag or a good friend with Iron Shirt Kung Fu, but with a little bit of getting the footwork in. So here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, switch legs. And here we go, just getting the neurological coordination. So up, kick, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, then a little bit of quickness in the footwork, and go. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so then your job at home could be to work this into your shadow boxing. So last time, what did we do? We had jab, slip, hook, cross. No, jab, slip, hook, roll, uppercut. So you could actually, if you wanted, you could go kick, jab, slip, hook, roll, uppercut, and just throw the kick in there, or any of these strikes that we've been learning. So you could go jab, kick, slip, slip, cross, uppercut. Whatever you want to do is you just start to throw this technique in there, make it artistic. At the moment, when we get together, we can play with some focus mitts, play with some combinations. But for now, just get your body moving in those patterns. Get this loaded in amidst other movements so that you have your own particular expressiveness. Okay, so now we're going to do it with the side kick. And the reason for that is that this spinning kick basically is a side kick. It's a spinning back kick, but once you turn your head, it basically turns into a side kick. And so we're going to use the side kick to help train this back kick. Super easy. So basic side kick training. You're going to take your knee up. I'm using my left. You can mirror me or whatever you like at home. Take your knee up. This bottom foot is going to pivot. So notice, knee up, pivot. And this is actually going to be similar to that exercise where where you stick the heel down and it stretches you up. But now we're not gonna just crackerjack that leg out there. We are going to thrust from the hip. So I want this same hip thrust, is gonna be happening to the side. And the way that has to happen is the bottom foot has to turn. If you leave your body foot there, you can't turn the body right. So I come up, I pivot, and throw. And I'm gonna use this wild Savat hands because I like the yoga of it. I like the expansion of my body and my body's energy. So it comes up, and then, and you can try this reach if you want. It's really pretty fun. Okay, that's 2 for me. Let's do 3 more for 5 total. 1 more. Okay, so we're segmenting it. Of course, to get the kick, you would want to set up and try to bring that knee up as fast as you can. You don't want to go 1, 2, but for training, for getting it in the body, segment it all day long. So here we go, other side. The knee comes up, you pivot, thrust out. Okay, let's do them official. I think you guys know this one enough. If not, pause the tape and do the other same thing as you did on the other side. So here we go, up and thrust. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we're working getting power in that kick from here up, and you thrust right through. So now, a great way to get power in this kick is to add the pendulum footwork. So what's going to happen is, as I shift, now I don't have to worry about turning that foot right, because as I shift, the foot turns in my pendulum. So let's say, like before, I was facing here, but I want to do that side kick. So instead of just shifting this way for my front kick, I'll shift and turn that foot. And look, there's where my knee comes up. And then it's going to thrust right out. And for our drill today, we're going to take it right back into that pendulating footwork. I don't really care personally where you land in your stance. Just get the pendulum part. Train one thing at a time. So it comes up for chamber, and then out and down. Up, chamber, out, and down. Okay, so let's do 5 of these. Ready, and go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now as these go fast, you'll notice, I've noticed in class, it must look like this is coming like a round kick. So this is me, I'll show you to the front. Coming around, because I see people doing this, but I don't want my knee to come out here and come around. I want my knee to come across here and thrust straight out. So it comes straight through, not, even though it may look that way from a distance. If you don't believe me, I'll kick you with it, and so you can tell which direction it's coming from. So the other side, 2 warm-ups. Here we go. Pivot, you thrust out, pendulate, okay? Pivot, thrust, pendulate, pivot, thrust, pendulate. Okay, just a little bit of pizzazz, and go. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. All right. Then moving right along, keep the energy moving for sake of time. So the last thing with these kicks, that's just for you to work on this week. Last week we already went over getting that into the spinning thrust kick. So the form, it does a specific sequence of kicks. It goes 1, 2, 3. What this is symbolizing, though, is called multi-kick training. So in your creative, artistic self, what you want to do is take any 3 kicks. So I'll give myself 3 kicks. I'm going to go rear thrust kick, roundhouse kick, spinning hook kick. Just the 3 that pop into my head. And you do not have to worry about tactical applicability. Like, does a roundhouse really work in your spinning hook? I don't know. I'm just pulling them out of my head. So but what you're going to do is make a combo. So rear thrust, and then for my combo, well, I want this left roundhouse kick, so I'm going to step down, and I'll do a mid-height round kick, And then what I want to do, I'll give myself some room, is at the end of my roundhouse kick, I'm going to shuffle up and hook kick. That's super fun for me to mix these three. So my combo, and you can try this at home if you like, I'll do it twice more, is thrust, roundhouse, step up, hook kick. Punching bag was in the way, so I made it a lower line hook kick. Again, thrust, roundhouse, shuffle up, hook. Okay, so this is just, these are three kicks I can think of right now. Let me think of another option. And again, we're not trying for tactical, we're just being artists at the moment. So now I'll go teep kick into shuffle up, outside crescent, into cutting roundhouse kick. So maybe I'll go forward if I don't get too big in the camera. So I teep into, shuffle up, outside crescent. So I shuffle up, same footwork as before, outside crescent, into a cutting roundhouse. So I'm going to slip my head off to the side and cut the thigh with my round kick. So I'm just playing. So it goes teep, shuffle, cut. Teep, shuffle, cut. Okay, and so already I've learned something. I'll do it one more time just in case I just need to get used to it. But I don't like teep into shuffle up, outside crescent kick. Like, doesn't seem to work for my body. So, but I can play with it. Like maybe it's slow right now, but I'm getting information in my body. I'm teaching my body all these different types of moves, just like little cats and dogs and any kind of predatory animal does with their litter mates. This is just getting all this input in their system. So we don't always just have to fight, fight, fight. You're actually just getting embodied, and then you fight, fight, fight in a safe way, and your system is ready to process that info. So one more time for me. Teep, shuffle up, outside, cutting round kick. And actually, after stopping for a minute, my outside shuffle up felt better that time. So you get to play with these things. Let's do one more. I'll just give you mine. But then the idea is this week, you just take 3 kicks. So today we already did, we have a regular teep from last week. We have a rear leg thrust kick. We have a shuffle up teep kick. We have inside and outside crescent kicks. We have the inside into outside crescent kick. We have a spinning back kick, if I didn't say that. We have a standing side kick. We have a shuffle up side kick. We have a lot of these. Oh, and then you know the roundhouse. And last week we did the hook kick, both in spinning and shuffling version. So you can pick any of these. So yeah, I'm going to pick a rear leg hook kick. Not my most tactical notion, but I'm going to go rear leg hook kick to the head into a spinning back kick with the same leg. Okay. And then into a shuffle up outside crescent kick with the opposite leg. So let's see what the heck that looks like. So I would come through spinning hook kick, or I'm sorry, rear leg hook kick. Wow, rear leg hook kick. Into, how do I get to a spinning back kick with this same leg? That's what I ordered myself to do. All right, I'll just step through. Whoosh, into an outside crescent kick with the rear leg. Okay, awkward, but I'm just giving my mind some new computational problems. So I went spinning hook kick, spinning thrust kick with the same leg, and then outside crescent with the rear leg. So maybe what my mind does is it goes, oh, you're going to have to change the footwork for this. Oh, okay, cool. I need to get out of the way of that guy so I can do my hook kick. So rear leg hook kick, spinning kick, and then for this crescent kick, I'm actually going to dodge and build up the momentum. So you get to play with where do these things fit, and then, so this is your drill. It's one of my favorite drills, is multi-kick drill. Lilu Dallas multipass kick drill. So you just think of whatever kind of kicks you want. You could look up weird karate kicks on the internet. And if your body can do it without injuring you, don't blame me, at your own risk, assume liability. Then just say, like, okay, wow, the jumping, spinning roundhouse kick. Okay, got it. Is that even a thing? I don't know. But into, the cartwheel axe kick. Into, and you're just playing to get your legs into this multi-kick drill. Start with 3, then you can add more if you want. So sometimes I'll just take across the room. I'll go at this angle and stay on camera as long as I can. I'll go across the room. Just whatever spontaneous kicks want to come out of me. And I'm just starting to learn the rhythms of the body just with kicking. So I'm restricting the drill so that my brain only has a few things to track. All right, moving into our form. So we're not going to review much. If you weren't here last time, go watch the video. It's up on YouTube. But we were in the last firebender pose. We came up, we did left, right, and here we were. So what you need to know at home is your left foot is forward, your right hand is up, and your left hand is down at your hip. You're really pulling the fascia, and this is our starting position, okay, from last week. Then we turn a big wheel clockwise. Left hand inside, right hand outside. This all picks up the left foot. You snap it out. You're going to clear and smash down, and thrust to the back. Step into the letter Ba. Turn and kick. So as I turn and kick, this fist is coming out just like when we did these drills. So from this thrust kick, I'll start way back here so I can stay in the frame. I thrust kick, I turn, and I kick. Just like that side kick, the knee comes up first, and it comes on out. So our next move in the form is once we kicked them, we're going to take this leg back into stance, block down, turn in the horse stance, and punch. So we'll do that a couple different angles. Everybody on the call has learned this before, I think, so you just follow along. But for those of you at home trying to learn, here we go. So I had just done this back kick. Then from the back kick, I sneak my floating leg behind here, and then I'm in the cross stance, which you learned like 8 lessons ago. There weren't that many, 3 lessons ago. I block down, turn, and punch in the horse stance. Okay, from this angle, I just finished that thrusting kick. I step behind, and I block down, turn, and punch. From that angle, I just finished my thrusting kick. I step behind, I block down, turn and punch. Okay? So what are we doing here? We'll explain it, and we'll do it a couple more times before class is done. So you'll remember from last week, the application was you make space, you hit them or make them jump back, and into the space they've created, you send that kick. So now what happens, maybe they blocked that kick, you're kind of overcommitted, hanging there in space, and so this is training for, okay, normally, if I had thrust this thing out, I might not try to pull myself all the way back in the other direction. I might try to get down, or I might even sort of spin. So maybe that's the secret teaching here, is it's actually spin. You get to play it in your shadow boxing. But for the form, what we are training ourselves in is to come from this standing position, and to sweep all the way back here. So it's giving you this balance. Oh, balance here, and then balance here. And then in this position, it's going back and training these mechanics of punching. So it's not necessarily that you're blocking and then punching, it's that you're pulling the ripcord, and you should feel as your stance turns, the power that comes out of your hand is like the earth hitting solidly into whomever you're hitting that day. So it was thrust kick, spinning thrust kick, stepping back, block, and turn. So this particular sequence, like I don't remember a time when this exact sequence happened to me in sparring, but the attributes, the principles that it's training to you are all very important. One of the other aspects of this particular cross stance is its use. So we didn't train today, but the one I want you to play with is this side kick down to the knee. And you can, if you want to study in the UFC, look at John Jones, this pendulating side kick right to people's knee all day. Very dangerous thing. Don't do it to your cousins. Don't do it in sparring. Do it for self-defense only. So actually what's cool is that that similar technique to the one that we're doing, just preceding this in the form, is what this is a defense against. So you see, sense, feel that kick coming, and you get that knee the hell out of the way. You get your knee the hell out of the way. then in that application, your hands are they're just creating randomized movement, right? So it's not that you're trying to block them, because the knee's too low to block. You're not blocking this to their knee, but you are letting your hands carry the fascia along. So in a fighting context, of course, this might be toward your head, and this is a retreating jab. So next week in the tactical portion, we'll work a bit on retreating with the jab. Lots and lots of fun that you can play with, backing away. But just do the form for this week, and you'll find that this torque gets you the feeling of that retreating jab. For you Tai Chi people, it's the same feeling as repulsing a monkey. It's actually the same energy in just a very externalized form. So for this week, that's what I want you to think about, is the retreating leg into a strike. And so this is actually one of the footwork principles that you may learn, is when you're here to retreat this and then turn right into your stance. So I've just changed from an orthodox stance into a southpaw stance, and then I'm ready to go. So a drill you might play with is in your shadow box, sweep that back, and then back into the southpaw stance and attack from there. So a nice drill is you could just random natural movement, slip back. I like to jab the eye whenever I do that personally. And then as you come back, you can punch, you can eye jab, and then advance. And this is a great chance to start to then put in some of your multi-kicking after you advance. So you can just start to weave these exercises together. But these are your basic ones from the form. Was the spinning kick, being able to balance, step down, and come right into the form. Think of that kind of like a dance to train these attributes. And then for practicality, stepping this back to ward against the kick. This is also for stick and knife work. It's to ward against those knife strikes, or to ward. You've got your stick, you can keep them at distance while you get your foot out of the way. And then of course you don't want to be hanging out here in a cross stance, so you immediately turn your stance. So just practicing back and turn. And you'll notice next week in the form, it just does over and over. Back, turn, back, turn, back, turn. So it's training you. You could do this all day. This shuffling footwork, getting yourself back and out of the way. So one more time, demonstrating the form. I'll go this way this time. So firebender and up. Big circle. I hope I'm not too far behind the punching bag. Kick, clear and kick, turn and kick, step it back, block, punch. All right, that is our class for today. Hopefully you got enough of a workout. If not, do 50 push-ups before you go, and let's otherwise seal the chi, make sure to stretch, drink some water, all that good stuff. Here we go. Inhale, earth, heaven. Exhale down. 2. And 3. All right, saluting out, feet together, and salute. Disciples position, formal salute. And finish. All right, very good job. Working our way forward, small circular fist.